Hey you guys, it's me, Katie B, and today I'm going to be reviewing the sixth book in the Time Riders series, which is called City of Shadows, and it's by Alex Garrow. I'll read you the synopsis as usual, and then I'll give you my review. Liam O'Connor should have died at sea in 1912. Maddie Carter should have died on a plane in 2010. Sal Vikram should have died in a fire in 2026. But all three had been given a chance. To work for an agency that no one knows exists. Its purpose? To prevent time travel destroying history. Hunted by cyborg assassins from the future, the Time Riders must abandon New York and go on the run. They escape to Victorian London and the streets where Jack the Ripper roams. But before they can establish their new base, they make their most shattering discovery yet, and it will change everything. As usual, the sixth book in the Time Riders series is absolutely brilliant. Alex Garrow knows his stuff. I give him that. And he's very logical in the way that, he makes his decisions for like even the change in location. Going back far enough that they can't be found, but not too far that they don't have power to be able to run their operations, because even though they're not entirely sure at this point whether they still want to continue or not, or they're not quite sure on it, and they still need to use it just in case, because at this point they're still deciding, I think. And then, so yeah, it's a very good book, I must admit. Like I said in my last review, for book 5, it's really ramping up, and it's getting to the point where things are kind of being revealed, and it gives you an extra 2 questions to ask on top of it, which is always a very good writing kind of style to keep you gripped for the last 3 books especially. So it is an extraordinarily good book. I give him that. And like I said, I love the fact that it's changed location, because 9 books that's the amount in the series, and 9 books in the same place just wouldn't make sense. You're bound to piss somebody off at some point, especially when you're new to something. And so the change in location made sense, and it was nice. It was a nice and refreshing change from the usual New York backdrop, and it kind of gave them a new set of challenges to kind of get used to Victorian London, where kind of they were making it their base, and they had to get used to the dress, they had to get used to the kind of style of speaking, and get used to the location, and made sure that they kind of they know their way around, so that they can notice the changes, and to kind of be able to get a place to stay as well. And obviously money becomes an issue, because they're not kind of in that time loop where their accounts get refreshed on a 2-day basis. So it is quite a nice change that presents its own set of challenges, and it's certainly something that I would recommend. I do recommend reading the whole series. I've said this so many times about the Time Riders books, and it's certainly well worth reading the series. Even though there was a little bit of a blip for me in book 2, it did pick itself back up again, as some series usually do when there's lots of thought, because like I said in that review for book 2, there's always going to be a bit of a blip somewhere, because there's expectation, and it usually happens in the second book. So that it's not necessarily something to kind of necessarily worry about, but it's certainly a good series to kind of watch. Not watch, what am I talking about? It's a good series to read. I thoroughly recommend it. So yeah, that's my review. I'll put the links down below for you guys in the description, and you can pick them up for yourselves, okay? Good. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye!